Has anyone else been feeling kind of meh? Not in a not like a ooh boo-hoo way. More like a, oh man, I'm just tired. That's been me today. Been trying to rest, but then like can't rest 'cause I'm just like, oh, so many things to do. But I wanted to pull a message from the daily affirmation cards for everyone. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me, girls. I hope everyone's having a good day, a good night, wherever you are. I had the day to myself, so I don't know. It's not, I wouldn't say necessarily a lazy day, just like a resting day, a recuperation day. But I think when I get like that, sometimes I'm like, I have to do something. I have to be productive. I have to do this. I have to do that. So if you're feeling like that today, it's okay just to take some time to yourself and gather your thoughts and just, not be so involved with the world and just, be by yourself for a little bit. That's okay. I know that's hard. I know you feel like you have to show up all the time or, entertain people's company when they need you or, something like that. But you'll be okay. Just have some time for yourself and understand that you're doing what you can and that, people will allow you to do that. And if they don't, that's their problem, They cannot continue to try to disturb your boundaries. And if you decide to close cycles on those things, then that's your choice. And that's on emotional health. I am patient with my needs, kind with my words, and respectful of my soft places. Like I said, I don't know about anyone else, but I'm feeling kind of meh. And I think it's because I'm feeling like I have to perform. And not in the sense of like being false, more of the sense of working. It's really hard to get out of that systematic belief where you have to constantly be doing something and resting. You're seen as lazy. So when you're doing nothing, you're non-productive. And when you're non-productive, you're not useful. But that's not true. So then you have to sit with yourself, reflect, and ask yourself, what's going on? Why are we feeling this way? What can we do to make it better? You know what I did today? Nothing. Laid, thought, listened to some meditation music, and just did nothing. And sometimes we need to do that. Patient with my needs, kind with my words, and respectful of my soft places. Oh, and look at that. There's another one behind it, and that's on emotional health. It says, I am transparent. What you see is what you get. And I love that about myself. With a little teddy bear. Yes, exactly. Don't be so hard on yourself about resting. And I'm also saying this to say it to myself because I do this all the time. I am a Libra, Aquarius, Virgo. And that Virgo hits strong when I'm on the grind. Who? And the Libra in me just wants to machine it. Just go, go, go. But then you gotta realize you need a break. You need some time to just sit. You need some time to just be, whatever that looks like for you. And be transparent with yourself. Ask yourself what you need today. What does that feel like? Do you need a bath? Today I took a shower really early when I got up. And I washed my hair after like a week. And I was like, damn, I really needed that. It made me feel so much better. Because sometimes it's little things. And then after that, I was like, you know what? I'll clean. I'll do a little cleaning. So like, in a way you can be productive in small ways. And, you shouldn't beat yourself up so much about not doing anything. You're still always doing something the moment you wake up. Right? And again, that's on emotional health. Oh my gosh, they're just giving us all the good feels. They said, it's okay, baby. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up. It's okay. Just I trust myself to act when the energy moves me. Yes, that's why I got called to do a video. I was like, you know what? I've been feeling kind of like meh. I don't know if anyone else is feeling like this. Like I said, it's not like a bad meh. It's just more like I'm tired. But like, I got stuff going on and I get things are going. But I think also just like the anticipation of everything has been like keeping me restless. And again, it's not in a bad way. It's just like, woo! Like, I don't know. The energy I'm feeling off of everything coming up is hype. But then also the stress, I think, of not messing it up is what keeps me restless. And I don't know if anyone can relate with that. That part of the anxiety that is just like, ah. And it's like, why are we freaking out? What's the deal? How can we just like... And I said, today, just do nothing. Don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel like you gotta perform, be anything other than how you feel, how you need to be right now. And I think we need to take the time to remember that we need to do that sometimes, no matter what level in life we are in. Whatever low or high we're at. Sometimes you need to process everything that's been happening, good or bad, because then you'll start to miss everything that really mattered during those moments. It's kind of like when people talk about, like, when you make so many achievements, you kind of forget what you do. During this process, you're supposed to kind of look back and remember everything and take each step as a lesson. And I know it sounds like exhausting. That's also why it's so tiring sometimes. But you also need to remember to take a break from all that thinking, from all that planning, from all that, when I get this, I have this. I was just going over this in a book I had just purchased called The Heart of the Shaman by Alberto Villadu. I think that's how you say his name. The stories and the practices of the luminous warrior. Not sponsored. And yeah, they just talk about kind of just breaking down all of that inner workings of not only the mind, but the emotions and how they affect the mind and how the mind affects the emotions and how the body, and it's all of it together in the inner workings of everything. And I think we just need to take a moment and just say, hey, what do I need right now? Do I just take a seat? Do I need a vacation? Do I need a dinner date with my partner? Do I need to hang out with my kids this weekend? Do I need to spend more time with myself on that project I said I was going to do last week? Just ask yourself what you need, and what that looks like, and what that feels like. I was talking to some friends I had reconnected with after a few years, and one of the things that they had said to me is, it's like, wow, you're like your own therapist. And it's like, yeah, in a way you are, as your person, because you're your person at the end of the day. You have to always make sure you're checking in. And yes, it's going to be tiring, and yes, it's going to be draining, and yes, you might feel like you don't want to do it, but you gotta keep up with it. You got to make sure that you're showing up for yourself, but don't feel like you have to perform that showing up. If you don't want to do anything, don't do it. If you feel if you feel obligated to do something, it's okay to say no if you're too tired. It's okay to say maybe next time. It's okay to say, I'm not feeling that well. And not in the sense of like, it's not always having to do with sickness, but sometimes when you're realizing you're starting to burn out, you have to take care of yourself first. Especially if you're an independent person like myself. I don't have much to fall back on, so having to constantly do the work, having to constantly show up for myself, having to constantly show up for my home, having to constantly show up for my pets can be exhausting, can be hard, can be challenging, but I also realize that with all of that, I have the gratitude and the freedom to do what I need to do for myself because I'm allowed to do that. And so is everyone else. Despite the situation, they feel like they might not be able to if they're not in the position to. Take some time for yourself. Love on yourself a little bit. And I don't mean like in a selfish way, like go drinking and like, whatever. Maybe have like a little toast, but like don't go binge and like get, treat your body well, treat your mind well, treat your heart well. Just treat yourself well, man. Okay, don't get scammed. I love you. This is on my page here on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Alright, bye. Love you.